out of the second kitchen.
Morana, are you good?
I'm going to celebrate my mother-in-law's 60th birthday. So yeah, I need to go home and try and find a green outfit because they said anything green.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah,
so you
those
gotta
ones.
match.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to tell us him and her want to match. Now he's telling us the whole party.
Oh no, we definitely are matching. 100%.
Green.
That's nice.
Absolutely love it. Family, we are out of here. My name's Matt L. It's been absolutely fun hanging out with you. Back on your radio tomorrow morning, bright and early between 6 and 9 a.m. on Weekend Breakfast. Sounds good. As for us, we're out of here. Back again on Monday. Have yourself an amazing weekend. And of course, all the best to Bafana bringing home their bronze medal. It's City Lights, MT, Fifi Cooper. When last did you hear this one? Washa.
Don't know upon the life then. Man tell them say it's a real thing this. Check. Cooling and run the city. Do what I want cause I get it. All of my bitches is pretty. So high I pay my visit. I'm living this life, this is my time. Girl, you don't know. I got a side, I got a wife. You don't know. I'm living life, ready to fight. You don't know. I got the time, stay down the ride. You don't know. You don't know, man. You don't know. People so much about Bashana, they don't know. Why I say? You know nothing about it. I do this for all those who doubt it. I can't do nothing without it. The studio suddenly crowded. Coolly woman is out it. Lord knows I've been damned. Now all your is running the town. How can I hear you? My contract is loud. No matter what, I know mama is proud. Yeah, ain't need no. Bangfuna pants peso. Say yeah, ain't need no. Ikamala mizeli kulu me.
You think you're living a lie. You wanna hate cause you're suffering, but your fatty I will survive. This and this is mine, so come let's start battling. You think you're living a lie. You wanna hate cause you're suffering, but your fatty I will survive. This and this is mine, so come let's start battling. This summer get zaka, let's on it and then would the baka get zaka, le when I was over, hakena dita, ambitious forever, hopita lela.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
It's 6 o'clock in the news this evening. Makubele refuses to answer questions about her advocacy training, and analyst weighs in on violence in the DRC. Good evening. A standoff has ensued between Judge Nana Makubele and Advocate Dorian Paver at the Judicial Conduct Tribunal hearing in Sandton today. Makubele is currently testifying at the probe into allegations of gross misconduct brought against her for serving as a chairperson of PRASA while still a judge. The standoff occurred after Paver began his cross-examination of Makubele in the much-publicized tribunal.
So you went to advocacy training at Gray's Inn? Do you remember that?
I did. Are you asking? That's what I told the tribunal?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well. And you would have received training in advocacy skills, how to conduct yourself in court.
This is not a court. This is not a court, and
no. But this please.
Can
you answer my question?
President Cyril Ramaphosa says there's no crisis at the Revenue Collector's Office, and he was simply ensuring a smooth transition when he extended SARS Commissioner Edward Kisvetter's term beyond the 30th of April. Ramaphosa was speaking on the sidelines of the annual Presidential Golf Challenge in Melkbosstrand outside Cape Town.
An application to the Constitutional Court by the EFF, everybody is free to approach whatever court in the land. So we are a country that's ruled by the rule of law, and the judiciary deals with matters like that. So I don't, they do.
The EFF says it's not worried about its immigration policy having a potentially negative impact on its support at the 2024 polls. The party has been steadfast in advocating for a united Africa and has often come under fire from the electorate for this stance. The party's Treasurer General Ompile Maotwe.
The issue that is a concern to our people is unemployment. Socio-economic conditions that we find ourselves in are the things that makes our people to believe that a person from Kenya is not a South African or is not an African and they're coming to eat on their jobs. It is not true. We are all Africans, all of us. So we were just divided by the apartheid system.
Political analyst Professor Chris Isike says the DRC President Felix Tshisekedi's exclusion of people of Rwandan descent and his cabinet has triggered the latest spate of violence in the country. The renewed fighting between the armed forces of the DRC and M23 rebels has displaced at least 150,000 people, more than half of them children, since the beginning of this month. Isike elaborates.
One of the things that most people don't know is that the approach of the DRC government towards the M23 group, the rebel group, has been to pacify them through including them in government and in rewarding them with military positions. So this pacification has become a strategy, and whenever they are not happy, they then tend to become very violent.
Our top story this evening, a standoff has ensued between Judge Nana Makubele and Advocate Dorian Paver at the Judicial Conduct Tribunal hearing in Sandton today. It's 18:04 on the clock. For Metro FM News, I'm Lindy Mjali. It is a wrap from the Touchdown team for the week. Let's take you beyond our borders to the Ivory Coast on Sports Night Amplified with Andile Ngube. Good evening.
SABC News, independent and impartial. Where I want to be.
It's about damn time.
Is the place to be.
How we feeling? Turn up the music.
At the convergence of the melody and rhythm and the voice and the people who can hear it, love it, dance to it, and rejoice. Where the beat is the message and the message upbeat. Where ignorance is erased and information sets the pace. Where ambition is the mission, the destination, inspiration. And the fuel in the tank is pure unleaded perspiration. Cause this is where we meet. On the corner of here we are and where we want to be. Metro FM. It's where you want to be. Pretoria.
Coming at your stereos.
92.4. Let's go. Go. Metro FM. Your coolest urban radio station. It's where you want to be.
People of Earth, I have an important announcement to make.
Listen to me.
One that you've been waiting for a long time.
Andile, get away now. Andile, wala para mfana. Andile, ya, wala para.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage
King Andile, Mama.
So everybody in the house, give a warm round of applause for
King Andile, Mama.
And he captures the moment.
King Andile, Mama.
And it is extraordinary.
It's Bafana Day on Sports That Amplified with Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, leading African football journalist Gary Al Smith. You are in Cote d'Ivoire at the moment. Was it celebrations all night last night?
Oh boy, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., boy, they know how to party. Bro, remember, I'll take your mind back to when Chabalala put the ball in the net in 2010. Yeah, that sort of vibe. Yo!
Now I told them from the onset that we're going to go to the next round. Okay, Laila, I don't know why he didn't pitch up.
Man?
Foster.
Oh,
yeah.
Laila.
West is out in Tembisa West.
We have evidence, Mahopa, who's doing a brilliant job. You can tell me about your Laila or somebody.
Omar Katugba now joins us on the line. Nigeria and South Africa in the semi-finals.
He's already looking like another Amapiano battle again this time around.
Ma'alalela, we need our national apology from Unadi. We need that.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it coming. That's an apology.
Pro Pilane, pro.
Malcolm must cut out Eclipse Kanadimi apologizer and we must post it on our social so everybody can see who to apologize.
I'm a Pilane.
Sky is the limit and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want.
Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over. Podcast Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Powered by SABC Sport. Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open. And the winner is... To enter, simply log on to www.metroFMmusicawards.co.za. Make some beautiful noise! For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za. Yeah! Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be. Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
We're live in Abidjan in Côte d'Ivoire, broadcasting with Omar Katuba as well as Mazula Malif.
Bafana, they've been brave. They've showed heart in that performance against the Super Eagles. There are a lot of people eating humble pie in South Africa. Nadim being one of them.
Talking about humble pie, a lot of people also eating the humble pie in Nigeria. Also, nobody gave the team a chance.
You guys wanted the coach out.
Yes. Myself inclusive, to be very honest. I've eaten my humble pie right from the first round. I thought that they were going to go out in the second round.
What do you think of Hugo Bruce?
Fantastic manager. I wish we could exchange a manager right now. I mean, respect to Jose Peseiro, but I think that what has happened by accident. I think that with a coach like Hugo Bruce, with the quality of players we have, Hugo Bruce will be blessed.
6 to 7 p.m. Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Powered by SABC Sport. On World Radio Day, 13 February.
It is Breakaway with Kutso Teledi.
The Breakaway with Kutso Teledi will be broadcasting live from the University of Johannesburg between 9 a.m. and 12 midday.
Just that season, that radio season.
This year, the spotlight is on radio's remarkable past, relevant present, and the promise of a dynamic future.
And settle into where we belong. Let's break through.
To date, radio remains the most widely consumed medium in the world.
Yes.
Join us this World Radio Day as we talk all things radio. Metro FM is where you want to be. Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
We're coming live from Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan, sitting with Omar Katugba as well as Mazola here.
Doing a show with you in person feels very great, especially after Nigeria won the Amapiano battle.
Omar plays a spotted former player, and he's winning so far because he was able to see Claude Makelele, whom I couldn't recognize. I didn't quite see him. Did you see him?
I mean, I was like, he looks familiar.
By the way, this is history. This is Dr. Desjardins' first time on this show in particular. So history has been made. Dr. Desjardins. You know, when you sign on those bonuses, the journalists that traveled with the team, just think about them in that.
Well, if there's change, then I'll call you.
6 to 7 p.m.
A massive share of 3 million rand is up for grabs in the Hollywood Bet Spinner Zonke Jackpot Race. Bet for 2 rand or more from 8:30 p.m. every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night. Hollywood Bets, take a spin with us. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Be the future with Regent Business School. Invest in your future success with our accredited MBAs, postgraduate diplomas, degrees and certificates. We're not just an institution, we're your partners. Our 21st century approach in teaching and learning offers education for today's fast-paced world that allows collaborating, engaging and conquering real-world challenges. With 25 years experience in distance learning, visit regent.ac.za. 2024 registration now open.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open.
And the winner is...
To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za.
Make some beautiful noise!
For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za.
Yeah!
Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're not mistaken. This is Sports Night live with it's Sports Night Amplified, the podcast Friday. And obviously, we are missing Andile, who is out in Ivory Coast. We do apologize. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. But nonetheless, the show must go on. And with me in studio, I have none other than the infamous Nadim Lukele, the man South Africa loves to hate. We look forward to hearing his views and opinions, his thoughts, as always. And on the line, we are also joined by SABC sport researcher, that is Pro Pilani. He'll be joining us on the show today as well. These are two well-informed, well-educated men who know what it is all about, the ins and outs of South African football. Really looking forward to hearing their thoughts and their opinions. My name is Mark Haskins. I am also an SABC commentator analyst, as well as a former footballer, and we will be having some fun tonight. Some key things to get through tonight. We know that a lot has been happening around the AFCON. South Africa has been performing beautifully. A lot of people happy, but there are some circles where people are not happy either. And we will hear some telling words from the none other than the SAFA president himself. That is Dr. Danny Jordan. And we'll start with Dr. Jordan. He had something to say on Lyle Foster, it is. That is something we are going to be chatting about. We can take that away.
Obviously, I think that if we had Foster, it would have been a good addition to the squad. But I don't know the detail of why was it possible for him to play for his club and not for his country. And we would have to investigate that. And if it is his club or it's himself, we then have to take a decision.
Well, that's what Dr. Jordan has to say. Not quite sure who's to blame. Is it Lyle Foster? Is it his club, Burnley? I haven't welcomed you yet, but welcome to the show, Nadim. Maybe get your thoughts on that. What do you think about what Dr. Jordan has to say? After all has been said and done, I thought the Lyle Foster thing was behind us already.
Yeah, no, definitely it has to be behind us now. The AFCON is almost came to an end. I don't know what the SAFA president means when he said he's unaware, because he's the one who's supposed to give him a green light. Immediately a player is selected from his national team, it's in the hands of the association. Even if he's sick, the national team doctors are supposed to go and test him and see what's wrong. I honestly feel Dr. Jordan should be well informed. The fact that he's still going to investigate, it just shows that, we have a problem there. But of course, Lala Foster chose to play for Burnley for medical reasons. He's our best striker. We needed him in this AFCON. Maybe Bafana would have been in the final if he was there. He was going to finish some of the chances. You felt that maybe Mahoba and Lepasa missed, but it is what it is. Lepasa's matter. I think Lala Foster's matter needs to be put to rest.
I certainly would concur with that. Pro, maybe you have something different. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the show once again. Your thoughts on what Dr. Jordan had to say?
Good evening, Coach Mark. Good evening to Brother Nadim and all the other gents in the studio, and good evening to the listeners of this number one sports show in South Africa. Well, when it comes to the issue of Lyle Foster, I want to agree with Nadim and say this is one matter that we shouldn't be talking about at this stage of the competition. We are out, and we tried our level best. We finished in the semis. I think for me, what Dr. Jordan is saying, he has his own reasons, but I don't think it's a matter that as a country we should start talking about, because it's not going to take us anywhere, whether we're looking at it from a football perspective or we're looking at it from a debate perspective. I don't think it's going to take us anywhere. It's a matter that I would really love to put to rest myself.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's something we need to put to bed. Good luck to Bafana. Good luck to Lyle Foster, wherever he is and whatever games are coming up for him. I want to hand over to the man who is in charge, and so we are delighted that we have Andile back on the line. So, Andile, take it away.
Listen, Mark, you didn't need me. You really didn't. I could have just sat here and had a mojito, really.
You are the man of the hour, so obviously we take our direction from you. I am not a host by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy stepping in for you. But certainly I will take my seat as an analyst.
Well, listen, you guys have started it off well. I mean, I had a conversation with Dr. Danny Jordan yesterday. He was in a better mood than per normal. I think Bafana getting into the top four like what they did gives Dr. Danny Jordan another reason to fight as to why he sits at the seat that so many keep speaking about him having to leave it. You know, I'm not going to get into that as much at the moment, but maybe perhaps go into what it is that he had said to us. I agree. The Lyle Foster matter, and I just didn't want to push it with Dr. Danny Jordan because I had so much to ask him. There's no ways, and I said that to him. I said, there's no ways that you didn't receive the letter that he doesn't want to play. You can't say to us that you don't know what's wrong. And I feel like it was a bit of incitement as well, because you say you don't know what's wrong, but you see him playing for Burnley every week. That told me that it was bigger than normal. But let's take a quick break. When we come back, we refresh and start.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open.
And the winner is...
To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za.
Make some beautiful noise!
For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za.
Yeah!
Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be. On World Radio Day, 13 February.
It is Breakaway with Kutso Teleri.
The Breakaway with Kutso Teleri will be broadcasting live from the University of Johannesburg between 9 a.m. and 12 midday.
Just that season, that radio season.
This year, the spotlight is on radio's remarkable past, relevant present, and the promise of a dynamic future.
And settle into where we belong. Let's break through.
To date, radio remains the most widely consumed medium in the world.
Yes.
Join us this World Radio Day as we talk all things radio. Metro FM is where you want to be.
Visit betway.co.za and never miss out on the non-stop action. Get way more with Betway.
The stakes are always high with the Betway Mahala jackpot on the line. Place any sports bets and you'll automatically have the chance to enter every day into the Betway Mahala jackpot. Njalo! Get 6 picks right and you could win up to 25,000 Rand cash. Only at Betway.
It's a shoe!
T's and C's apply. Licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. For gambling counseling, call SARGF on 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp 076 675 0710.
Visit betway.co.za to bet on every unforgettable sporting moment. Get way more with Betway.
Of the start and go. I think it's the issues that we're having technically. I am all the way in Abidjan, sitting in what's called the Aquaba Lounge at the Main Cap Hotel here, where everybody is. I mean, a little bit earlier, just before getting on the air, I was having a conversation with Lucas Khatebe as well as Mokoko Neil Toby, who've just arrived today. They seem to be in excited spirits. You know, they're saying that everybody's looking at them differently since Bafana did so well, and it's reminiscent of a team that they once were a part of when it seemed so far for so long. And with that being said, the conversation we had with Dr. Denny Jordan becomes so important, especially when you listen to South Africans who want Hugo Broos out. I must be very honest, I don't understand. But nonetheless, the man's got a contract till 2026. I asked Denny Jordan about his future. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we want him to stay on. We have fixed the issues between him and PSL. I mean, it's unheard of where a national team coach is put out of
a stadium,
of a match.
Yeah.
That he couldn't watch the match. And but notwithstanding that, he is not a guy to have grudges. And you can just measure then after Mamelodi Sundown, the next team with the highest number of players in the squad is from Pirates. There's no issue. The interest of the team and the country. And is loyal.
And then he goes on to speaking about encouraging him to stay and complete his contract. Of course, we do know that Hugo Broos has not had an easy time as Bafana coach. Have a listen.
We want to encourage him to keep on building the team. And I think we must all support him because we can see what he has put together. There are no stars. And if you look at what he has done, before he came, we had a national team consisting of players who started. But he stuck to his guns, he continued, and you can see the emergence of new players.
Well, gents, there we have it. Let me start with Pro Pilani, perhaps. Pro, I must be honest, I'm surprised we're having conversations about whether Hugo Broos stays or not as a nation. But as far as SAFA is concerned and their stance, Dr. Jenny John says, I'm going to sit with him at the end of the tournament to reiterate that we want him to stay. There's AFCON next year. There's qualifiers for the World Cup as well.
There's absolutely no need, for us to panic and start looking for another coach when we have a man that is taking us to a semi-final for the first time in 24 years. For me, I feel good to Hugo Broos needs to remain in the hot seat. He needs to take us to the World Cup. he has done very well, and he's also allowed players that are not popular to be part of the national team setup, because we know that sometimes national team selection become a popularity contest. But Hugo Broos has given everybody a fair chance. I think if he can continue with his great work, he's definitely going to take us to the next level.
Yeah, no, I completely hear you, Pro. But Nadeem, perhaps let me come to you with this one. Whether you're a Hugo Broos fan or not, when he started, surely now he's earned his time. My worry is not on whether we want to keep him, but whether he wants to stay.
Yeah, definitely he needs to stay. I mean, I don't even think it's a question. We just need to convince Laila Forster and some of the best players like Hlongwane to... Maybe he needs to select them, but I think he's the best coach. For me, this is one of the best Bafana team I've seen playing in a tournament, where you see them playing against Morocco, playing in Nigeria, where they play fearless. The coach is not an issue here. The issue could be what you said yesterday. What is the reason we can't attract players from our players? We cannot export them to go overseas and play in the top competitive league. The coach needs to fight for qualifiers for the World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. That should be the next challenge. For him to go, I honestly think that's not even a question now. He has done wonders for the country.
Mark?
Yeah, I concur. I think the question is really whether he wants to stay. We should be begging him, in essence, to stay and, continue the work that he's been doing. I've long been a fan of his, and I'm very happy that we've swayed Timmy in the right direction. I mean, I should say not to Nadim, that Nadim is singing the coach's praises. It was a different story prior. But yes, I think we should be begging him, and we should literally make sure we do everything in our power to keep the coach going and let him continue the good work that he's doing. I think we've seen steady and constant progress. Maybe not as quick as we would have wanted. A lot of circles feel that he hasn't delivered quick enough, but I think that's being very unfair. I think there's been consistent, constant progress with this team, and that's what I'm really happy about. And where they are right now, we couldn't ask for better.
Now, the next topical issue that we had a conversation about is one that plagues the African continent, and that's the money issue. I did ask Danny Jordan, I think it was Mazola, in fact, who was on the show with me yesterday, the Super Journal, who asked President Jordan about the bonuses of Bafana. If you remember, there was a whole hullabaloo just before they left about if they win the tournament, are they getting $7 million to share? If not, what is the bonus structure looking like? Have a listen to what he answered, and then I'll share with you what my thoughts are.
Let us not defocus the team to money, because money is divisive. So once the tournament is finished and it's Saturday, and let's see, we will ask the players to tell you if they want. Look, the money is for the players. So we ask the players, look, there is a request that the people want to know, and if they agree.
This is something that was already agreed upon in that document that you guys signed.
In Stellenbosch, one of the reasons why we went to Stellenbosch is also to sign all the agreements, including the bonuses for the AFCON.
So the thinking here is too prone. And Mark, anybody here that's ever earned a salary, Dr. Jenny Jordan's fear is, I don't want people to know how much players are getting paid. Now, from a journalistic point of view, I'd like to know so that I'm able to hold SAFA accountable to the players getting that money. But it's always a thing. There was rumors when Banyana had just come back of people going to players and demanding money and asking for money because they knew how much money was coming to them. Obviously, we remember the numbers for the Banyana going to the World Cup was out and about. Mark, as a former player, as a person that earns a salary, how do you feel about players' bonus structures and bonuses being let known to the public?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. And again, for the reasons that you have mentioned, I think it is a private matter. We all have private lives that we deal with our issues separately, and we don't know what they plan to do with the money, so we can't make it public, and so people will start planning with their money. That's the unfortunate thing. Outsiders will start planning and budgeting with players' money or whatever the case may be. So I'm not a fan of it, and I do believe that it is a private matter and that it should be kept private. I'm not sure why it's a matter to discuss on Saturday after the game, because in my mind this is a matter that's been resolved already. So for my understanding is that the document was signed and players know exactly what they're getting, and I don't think there's a matter to really discuss. I hope it's a case of that the players already know that after Saturday exactly whether they win or lose. If they finish third, it would be a certain amount. If they finish fourth, it'll be a certain amount. But I hope that that's been sorted and that we're not going to have any drama coming out after the game.
Yeah, and that's my fear. And hence, as journalists, not because we want to know how much the boys are getting paid and what's coming into their pockets, but how do you then hold SAFA to account later on when the players say, we got paid 100 rands. And you say, yeah, but we didn't know. We didn't know from the get-go, so it's hard to hold them to account. Nadeem, what are your thoughts?
I honestly think it's a national team. A national team didn't start under Danny Jordan. It's been there before when Sticks Moria was a SAFA president. The players' fee participation, even when Dr. Molefo Olifant was the SAFA president, it's always been public that for this match, each player is going to get this if they go through this stage and all those kind of things. These kind of secrets are problematic because, as you say, what if they end up not paying the players? Maybe it's not paying the agreed amount. Just be transparent. It's a national team. Most of these players are already making a lot of money. Some of them, they are salaries. They can make even... They make a lot of money. It's not like they're new. Like Sundowns have 8 players. We know Sundowns, one of the highest paying teams in Africa. Pesitao is in Egypt. He's getting paid a lot of money. Anyone wants money from Pesitao can still call him if he knows him very well because they know that he's rich. He's a millionaire. He's been playing football for a while, for the past 10 years. He played in England for Brighton, where he was earning millions of pounds. I honestly think that's not an excuse. I don't know where it's coming from. It's always been, this is a national team. It's different from Chiefs or Pirates where you want to hide it. But in a national team, just like you announced in Banyana Banyana that FIFA allocated this money to Banyana Banyana. If they go to this stage, this is the money they will get. Unfortunately, if the players cannot be able to just become very firm with their money, of course, there are a lot of people who will come and ask for it. But it shouldn't be an excuse just to hide it because it's always been, we always knew for each call-up, players would get this kind of money.
Pro?
We've seen players kidnapping themselves in the past, demanding ransom from the club. So for me, I don't want this matter to be discussed in public. I just wish players can... I want to believe that everything was agreed upon before the tournament starts, and I want to see players getting whatever that is due to them in private, because I don't think it's fair to discuss their bonuses and wages in public. It also opens up an opportunity for scammers as well, because we know the type of country that we are living in. When it happened to Banyana players, then it started to become a problem for the players themselves. So I don't want to see the very same episode repeating itself again now with the men's national team. I think this matter should be dealt with privately. I know that you want to hold them accountable in the near future, but whoever feels that he has been cheated or will be cheated by SAFA will have to come out and say, I was promised this much and I only got this much. So then we can take it from there. But for now, I think we need to respect their privacy in this matter. And let's just come in at the end whenever there's a problem. Then we can start and discuss it with the parties involved.
Right, Gawuza Propilani. I hear you loud and clear there, but I'm looking at the time now with just about 10 minutes till, rather about 20 minutes till we end the show. I want to get to one that, I had the opportunity to speak to Nwabali at the end of the match during the post-match interviews, and I said to him, Mark Nadeem Crow, I said to him, congratulations, and he was happy. And Percy Tau came over as we're having a conversation. They hugged Debucho. They did the same. And I asked him how he feels. He's based in South Africa. He plays for Nigeria. They just beat South Africa in the semi-final. And he said, no, listen, man, seeing them so sad, seeing them so down, it hurts me because I consider them my brothers in a country that's taken care of me so much. But unfortunately, it's my country that comes first. And right now, it's Nigeria that comes first. I thought it was very heartfelt and very genuine in how it transpired there. But the one thing that I perhaps didn't ask him, because in the spirit of what was happening in the victory, I didn't want to spoil that for the television that I was working for. But how do you feel about Chippa releasing that statement at the time that he released the statement, saying that he supports nobody? I'm going to play a clip now from Katlego Mashego, who had something to say about this. And then afterwards, let's perhaps discuss.
I think we are South Africans. We should be proud of our team. We should support our team by all means. I mean, I think he should be in a position to support South Africa, whether he has a foreign player in his team that he needs to sell. But I would think he should be South African and be patriotic about it.
I don't know. Mark, Chipper releases that statement. Number one, the time that releases it. Number two, he's not speaking about supporting the player. He's speaking about supporting Nigeria because he wants to see his player, an individual who plays in South Africa, rather than the over 30 South Africans, 30 however many that are part of that entire team. And, of course, the whole nation that support him, that go to his games, the municipalities that pour money into that. He says, no, there's international eyes on his team and his player, and he's therefore selfishly deciding he's supporting Nigeria.
Well, I said a couple of weeks ago, there's no loyalty in football, and this is exactly what, the kind of things we talk about. Everybody's looking out for their own best interest, and I think that's one of the big problems when he says that all that matters really is not the fate or of the country or whatever the case may be. It's the fact that all eyes are on his team, and the reality is, what would have happened if there were a few chipper players in the team, or is it a bit of sour grapes that the team is largely represented by one team in the PSL? It could be a myriad of factors, but I feel it's unpatriotic, and it was a sad moment, I think, for me again, and reflective of the state, I guess, we find ourselves within the country.
Nadeem, I can imagine the Mpengesi household when those penalties were done, people celebrating. I can see the high fives and the jubilation. As sad as what we were watching our boys. I think Teboho was near tears at some point. Percy, as strong as he was, near tears at some point as well. Yet somewhere in the Eastern Cape or in Cape Town, depending on where the Mpengesi family was on the day celebration.
Yeah, I think it's joining Morgan Mamila to become a content creator, because you can support the Nigerian Super Eagles when they play Bafana Bafana if you want to, but to make it public, for me, I thought it was unnecessary, honestly speaking. It's fine. We know he's your goalkeeper. Maybe you can sell him and make a lot of money from him. Of course, he might interest is going to come because he's been the best goalkeeper in the tournament. Only conceded 1 goal from open play. And now he's in the final. Nigeria, they've got a chance of winning it, and again, it's going to increase this price tag. But to release a statement, I just thought it was madness. I don't even understand it was necessary. I don't even see the need of it. Yes, it's your player. He's making you proud. But why release a statement for who? This is a country. Springbok just united a country. Won the World Cup. Everyone was happy with that. Bafana Bafana, obviously, they surprised all of us, even me included. I never expected them to pass the last 16. Now they had a chance of making it to the final. Instead of maybe looking at the team, throwing your support, everyone in East London has got a lot of supporters in PE ways. His team is based. Most of the people who support his team are South Africans. I don't know if our Nigerians are supporting Chippa United. Now you are saying you are not supporting the country, you are supporting the Nigerian team against South Africa. I just thought that was completely unnecessary. But being Chippa Mpengesi, I think is being taught by Morgan Mamila to be unpatriotic, because I know those guys are content creators. Sometimes they just say things just to drive the thing. I think they were doing that purposely, honestly speaking.
Jeez, now you've started a completely new conversation. So you think Stanley's been better than Ronwen in this Africa Cup of Nations?
He's been the best goalkeeper in the tournament for me, simply because he has conceded 1 goal from open play. His team is playing in the final. Even in the penalties, he outshined Ronan Williams. Ronan Williams couldn't even concede all the penalties. He didn't even save a single penalty on penalties. He saved 1 or 2 penalties. It was brilliant. 2, because I remember the one from Gwen and Mahoba. He was better than definitely than Williams, because Williams, I thought he was naive also, Williams, by actually revealing that his strategy of saving penalties is based on information that is being supplied by the technical team. He immediately revealed that the Nigerian changed the strategy. I was listening to another podcast where one of the people in the Nigerian media team, they said they had that kind of information. So I was not convinced with Williams how he did. Of course, he's been solid in the tournament. He's one of the players who carried South Africa all the way. But if I can pick the goalkeeper of the tournament, it definitely it's not going to be Williams. It's going to be the Nigerian goalkeeper. Even now, he's already the goalkeeper of the tournament.
Well, thank you very much, Chippa Jr. Let's go to Durban Pro.
But Andile, it's so unfortunate that Chippa United has released statements of that nature. Amazulu, Orlando Pirates, Black Leopard had players that faced Bafana Bafana, and instead of praising or supporting their own but they showed that they are behind South Africa and also showing that they support one of their own. And they did not make it explicitly that they want their own to succeed against South Africa, but instead they showed unity and support to Ibafana Bafana, because Ibafana Bafana is more or less like our bread and butter. So without Ibafana Bafana, there's no purpose for PSL football. So for me, I don't think Uguti, they thought about the statement thoroughly, and I don't think Uguti is something that they are proud of. Not unless, of course, they were creating content and looking for Imalga alone. Then
right, Pro-Pilano there, all the way in Durban. Let's take a break. When we come back, we wrap it all up. And, of course, we'd love to hear you, from you, rather, via voice notes as well, calls.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open.
And the winner is...
To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za.
Make some beautiful noise!
For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za.
Yeah!
Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be.
Hollywood Bets is ready to take you to the skies with Aviator. Clear for takeoff and your chance to win up to 10 million rand per flight with instant results every 90 seconds and multipliers that keep you on the edge of your seat. Bet online now. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
It's the Spark Grand Cash Giveaway with 5 million rand in instant cash to be won. Just swipe your rewards card when you buy any participating product, like 2-liter Spar ice cream, just 49.99, or buy any 2 for 90 rand, and 1 kg Spar daily spread tub, only 34.99, or buy 2 for only 60 rand. Prices valid from 7 to 20 February. T's and C's apply.
And that's why we shop at Spa.
Meet Thomas Maholagaubona, the man who only believes what he's seen with his very own eyes. That's until the day he walked into Burger King and saw
Metro FM. It's where you want to be.
King size combo 1 meal that comes with 2 cheeseburgers, medium chips, and a cold drink for only $60. Mahlangu. Burger King king size combo deals. So unbelievably affordable. You have to eat it to believe it.
Visit betway.co.za and never miss out on the non-stop action. Get way more with Betway.
The stakes are always high with the Betway Mahala jackpot on the line. Place any sports bets and you'll automatically have the chance to enter every day into the Betway Mahala jackpot. Njalo! Get 6 picks right and you could win up to 25,000 rand cash. Only at Betway.
It's a shoe!
T's and C's apply. Licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. For gambling counseling, call SARGF on 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp 076 675 0710.
Visit betway.co.za to bet on every unforgettable sporting moment. Get way more with Betway.
Welcome back. It is Sports That Amplified with Andile on the Mighty Metro FM. I'm coming all the way from Abidjan. I am sitting here in the Aquabar Lounge with the stars of the game, really. All of them in and around here, having the time of their lives, speaking about stories of old and having great conversations with people they haven't seen in years as they sit here and tell us stories that we might have missed on. It's always great to be here and be with these legends. Dr. Patrice Motsepe, who just left the hotel about 3 hours ago, local time here, to go to a press conference. Unfortunately, that press conference was ongoing when we went on air, so couldn't get you much from that. But Nadeem opened this can of worms, so let's go to it. Clean sheets. Nwabali's kept 5. Williams has kept 4. Goals conceded, it is 1 and 2. Nwabali only 1. Williams 2, right? Saves. Nwabali's made 12. Williams has made 18. Save percentage. Nwabali's sitting on 85.7 versus Ronald Williams' 91. Penalty saves, of course, then shot up during that game there. But that's the sort of thing that last game, of course, shot up for Nobali. The 4 for Ronald Williams still stand head and shoulders above. With that in mind, Nadeem, you say it doesn't matter. The fact that he's been a better goalkeeper in open play, he's had more saves in open play, avoiding goals. He's sitting on 3.1 saves a game, big chance versus the 1.8 of Nobali, which me says Nobali had a better defense than what Williams had. But you're saying it doesn't matter.
Generally, Andile, in any major football tournament, the goalkeeper that usually wins, play in the final and wins the final, usually is the goalkeeper of the tournament. That's how it is. Even in the World Cup, Martinez from Argentina, he played in the final, won the penalties with Argentina, was the goalkeeper of the tournament. You can go down. I mean, even Iker Casillas since 2010, that was the story. Neuer in Germany, I mean, Brazil World Cup. It's always the case. So we cannot put Williams has been. I mean, Mike Haskins was just telling me he feels it's gonna be, might be the player of the tournament. Of course, he's been brilliant, but if you look, this guy has got considered 1 goal from open play. Part of being a goalkeeper is not only about making saves, it's only marshalling your defense. It's not allowing maybe having a weaker defense where you make a lot of saves. Also having that kind of leadership where you position yourself, you make sure that against Cameroon, Nigeria didn't even have a shot on goal. Part of it is the goalkeeper marshalling his defense. It's part of his role. So if you have a goalkeeper who will play 6 matches and have 1 goal from open play, and take that team to the final, and you say that goalkeeper is not a player of the tournament, honestly speaking, then we don't know what we're talking about. Because Williams, as much as he's done so well, he's not in the final. He couldn't even save a single penalty against Nigeria. Yes, against Cape Verde, they did so well. That was a man of the match performance. Rightfully so, he got it. If you look at even the Nigerian teams, it's been very solid defensively. Part of the reason is because from the defensive midfielders, defenders, and the goalkeeper, they work as a unit. I don't think it goes down to how many shots you've made, basically. It makes about how far did you take your team. You take your team to a final, yes. Then again, it's something.
Mark?
Yeah.
Sorry. I think I've heard your point. Mark?
Yeah. I still, it's a contentious one. I think for me, Ronald Williams' name should be in the hat. I still feel it'll go to Victor Osimhen, but I feel
goalkeeper of the tournament will go to Osimhen.
No, player of the tournament will go to Osimhen, but I feel Ronald Williams is
Osimhen.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen.
No, sure.
Victor Osimhen has been the best player in the tournament, and that's why I say, for me, Ronald Williams is a contender for player of the tournament, and so as such should be.
You think Victor Osimhen has been the player of the tournament?
I do believe so. Yes, I firmly believe that.
100%, I agree with you, Mark. It's been brilliant.
He's been.
You agree with this as well?
He's pretty much carried.
No. But Andy, we must understand it's Friday. Sometimes guys, they just talk. I don't think that Osimhen has had much influence, like more than Tebogo Mokoena. I think Tebogo Mokoena, for me, his name should be up there at the top. And also statistically, Ronald Williams has had a better tournament than Unwabali. I know that Unwabali saved those 2 penalties against us, but Ronald has conceded 3 goals, Unwabali conceded 2. And I don't think Unwabali was better than Ronald. But I know and I respect what Nadim is saying, Maeti. At the end of the day, the goalkeeper that wins the final is the one that normally wins the goalkeeper of the tournament, which means Ufofana from Ivory Coast also stands a chance of winning the goalkeeper of the tournament. But when it comes to player of the tournament, I don't think Osimhen was close or is close to what Tebogo Mokoena has done.
No, you're wrong, Pilan. It's close, and you will see it on Sunday that Mokoena might not even win it. Osimhen he has a huge chance of winning it. He's been brilliant in terms of 4 assists, 1 goal. Even in terms of assisting the team defensively, he's been the pillar of strength for the Nigerian national team. I agree with Mike.
Victor Osimhen is the reason that Nigeria are in the final.
And it's the reason that I picked them. Andy, when he said, okay, it doesn't see Nigeria. That's why they drew with Lesotho and Zimbabwe. People thought, this Nigerian team is not good. When he's not there, this Nigerian team can even lose to Djibouti or South Sudan. When he's there, I mean, you can see what they can do. They're in the final, and we don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, Ivory Coast are a strong team, but Nigeria, obviously, are my favorite because of him. If he's not there, he's not fit, you automatically rule Nigeria that they're out of it. Without him, they play like a very, very weak team. With him, he's a leader. He doesn't go for glory where he wants to shine and score goals. The assist, 4 assists, that's the kind of a person he is. If he was selfish about being a top scorer of the tournament, he was going to try to score more and shoot more. But he's very intelligent. It's about the country. He wants the country to do well. For me, he's the best player in this tournament.
Yeah. Guys, even here in Abidjan, people are saying Where do you find it, Nadeem? I'm asking myself that question today. Let's play some voice notes.
I am Shola Ajani from Lagos, Nigeria, and I want to say congratulations to Bafana Bafana of South Africa for turning out one of the best performances at the last Nations Cup and the outgoing Nations Cup. Despite my country parading overhyped European-based players like Teboho, Mokoena, Magopa, not forgetting one and only Pesitao, and also super goalkeeping Ron Williams. I heard you guys talking about that. Ron Williams is lower compared to Stanley Wabali. Ron Williams was well tested in all matches. Stanley has been shielded by the defense of Nigeria. When you saw that free kick taken by Teboho Mokoena and the rebound came to Mudisa, it showed, if you saw the way Stanley, parried the ball, you know that he's not that good. He's not that good compared to Ron Williams. Ron Williams, to me, remains the best. And I want all South Africans all over the world to support, encourage, and also unite behind the Bafana Bafana. The Mandela spirit, let it continue. I see.
Good afternoon. Metro and Andile on that side of the world. Hi guys, why you worried about Chiba Mpengesi? That one is worried about going to the PSL. He's chopping and changing coaches. So that one is, don't worry about him. He's just making a noise out of nothing. He's just trying to make him popular for doing this, because that was unnecessary for him. Then we're proud of you boys. Go tomorrow and play for that silverware. Then we will welcome you back at home. Shop.
Yo, thank you very much. You got to get out of here. Ludo Cafe is on standby, but very quickly, one-word answers, guys, because we don't have the time. Mark, third and fourth, with all the changes we need to make, the injuries to the team, are we going through?
Yeah, certainly. I think we have what it takes to get the bronze medal.
Nadeem?
Yeah, definitely. Bafana will win 2-0.
Pro?
Even though you left us and you went to Ivory Coast alone, Bafana will make it.
I can't wait, Jess. The next one, we'll all go. It's Morocco next year. Let's make plans. But thank you so much to the gentlemen for contributing as per usual. Really, really do appreciate them. Lula Cafe is on standby to take you through to the next couple of hours of music. Thank you so much.
On World Radio Day, 13 February.
It is Breakaway with Kutso Teledi.
The Breakaway with Kutso Teledi will be broadcasting live from the University of Johannesburg between 9 a.m. and 12 midday.
Just that season, that radio season.
This year, the spotlight is on radio's remarkable past, relevant present,